What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some Parkitect gameplay and building today. So I am picking up from where we last left off with building our carousel here. As I said I would probably maybe do, I went ahead and went in and downloaded a couple of mods and things. I added the Shy Guy sets because Shy Guy is one of the legends of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 when it comes to custom stuff for these games. Surprised he hasn't really made much for Planet Coaster yet, or at least I don't know he has. I would love to see some more stuff from him from Parkitect, because as I was building this thing that I'm getting ready to start today, which is our entrance, I realized there's a few pieces that I would love to have that we just don't have in Parkitect, or at least not able to use them the way I would prefer to use them. And I really liked how Shy Guy sets and stuff work because they're not gridded. So like walls and stuff, I could place the walls wherever I wanted. So anyway, let's go ahead and kind of get started here. So one of the first things I did, as you saw just a minute ago, was I used a set called Parkitect Builders, I believe is what it's called. And it's got these really neat roof pieces, so I went ahead and threw this dome roof on top of the carousel. And then I'm going to go ahead and start building our entrance for our park here. So when I talked about this park and what I was going to do in the last episode, I did mention that it is kind of very loosely based on a park, an actual park. So I said I would talk about that in the future, and I might as well go ahead and talk about that now, because really when I say loosely based, I mean I'm just kind of looking at the entrance basically, and that's Geauga Lake, which is no longer around. At least I think I'm pronouncing that right. Geauga Lake, Geauga Lake. I don't know how you actually pronounce it. I've never been there myself, but I know it's a legendary park that unfortunately fell on hard times. And when it was bought by Cedar Fair kind of started moving rides and stuff out of there. And I guess they just thought maybe there was just too many parks too close to each other, so they didn't want to run that one. I don't really know the particulars behind why they chose to close it, but they did, unfortunately. And it was a very beloved park by a lot of different people, and it is gone at this point. There's still some, I think, left of it. It's been said they're going to turn it into like apartment complexes or a housing thing or something like that, but I don't think anything's ever been done with the land, to be honest. But most everything of the park itself is gone at this point. Most of it was all auctioned off and destroyed. So anywho, back to what I'm doing here in the game. So as I said, I was going to kind of base my entrance around Geauga Lake's entrance a little bit. One of the things I kind of ran into, though, was I needed to make my entrance a little bigger than what Geauga's is. So I had to change a couple of things there and kind of lengthen it out. So Geauga's Lake, its entrance is brick, but I couldn't really do brick because, like I was saying in the beginning, I had to stick with the brick walls that we have that come with Parkitect, and every single one of those is gridded, and you can't put those on any like a quarter grid or anything like that. And that's why I kind of wish that maybe Shy Guy or maybe somebody else out there who knows how to actually create scenery for this. I was actually thinking, you know what, maybe before I make this, maybe I will try to make my own scenery. So I actually started Googling how to do custom scenery and stuff for Parkitect, and I couldn't find anything. I found one guy's videos on, he was making like rides, and that's a bit too advanced for me, so I don't really want to mess with that. But I would love to just be able to create some walls and just some basic pieces. I mean, I did this with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, but it was a lot simpler back then. We used SketchUp. I mean, hey, maybe you still use SketchUp. I know you have to use Unity to import it somehow. I don't really know how it works. If anybody knows of any videos out there or anything that kind of explain this, or any tutorials on how to make custom stuff for Parkitect, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to see a link for that, because I would like to maybe create some things for this that I can use in this park. The thing with Planet Coaster compared to Parkitect is Planet Coaster is completely 3D, and I can actually turn like even the smallest pieces or anything like that, most of them anyway, into whatever I need them to be. I can spin them around, I can work them. With Parkitect, everything is based on a grid. Everything is square and based on this grid, so I can't really do that. You see me trying to do a few things here, like trying to do some changes and things, and trying to come up with my own ideas and stuff here. And you know, really though, I mean, I would love to be able to create my own pieces like I did with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, because I really enjoyed doing that. It made my parks even better when I did it that way. If any of you guys want to check out some of my older stuff, some of my first videos on YouTube were Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, so you can go back and watch my Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 videos where I'm building a Disney-esque park. I call it Disney Heritage Park. Easily found. You just got to go back in time through my videos. I think I have a playlist of that. Anywho, I'm just about done here with this, and one of the things I noticed was I kind of raised the top of the building up a little bit more than what I should have. So I started off by putting the brick walls on the bottom, and then I kind of was playing around with this before I actually started building for the video to see what it would look like, and I noticed I couldn't really see my arches and my brick and stuff down at the bottom very well, so I thought I needed to raise it up one more. There's no quarters or anything like that though, as far as like wall pieces. There's only halves or fulls, and I needed to have like a quarter, but the only thing I could find was a fifth, and that was in the clapboard. So I placed the brick wall down first, which is a full size, and then I placed a 1/5 size clapboard on top of that. That messed up pretty much my entire build after I did that. Everything like my roofs, my dormers and stuff there that I was putting in between the main spires didn't really line up right, and you see me in this video, I messed around with them quite a bit there. So now at this point I'm just kind of doing some finishing touches. This isn't exactly where the entrance is going to go. I'm probably going to bring it back, you know, more towards the front a little more and make some space in between it and the carousel. But I already blueprinted this, so I wanted to kind of just build it and see how I would make it work with the paths and stuff, because the carousel is the focal point and everything is going to be kind of revolving around that. So I needed my paths and stuff to kind of line up with the entrance, so I used that for reference. And that's why I built it where it is. But it will be actually moving, so I blueprinted it so I can move it around later. I thought about maybe putting a window right there in the middle, but I decided the clock was actually better. And first, when I started messing around with the clock on the front of the building, I was like, oh man, this is just way too big. And then I remembered, in Parkitect, you can resize some of the scenery. And I completely forgot about that. And then I realized that you could do that, and I was like, oh yeah. So once I figured that out, I was like, oh yeah, okay, the clock actually looks quite nice there. I used some pieces, I believe they're from Revisio's set. If you look through mods, there's not a whole lot of mods per se for Parkitect on the workshop. There are some really nice rides though that are coming out. Somebody made a monster. That is awesome. I also saw the balloon ride is also on there, which is really cool. And the rides are really cool. There's just not a whole lot of like scenery sets that are really nice. Shy Guys is the best ones, and then there's Kenny. He makes some as well. I don't know who Kenny Guy is, but his seems to be very popular on there. And there's Revisio's, and then there's the Parkitect building sets. So those are the ones I got. I got the Kennys, I got the Shy Guys, and I got Revisio's, and then I got what was the last one? The Architect Builder set. And those were basically the only ones I got. I did install a couple of other mods, but they're just not seeming to working for me. I would really like to get a better perspective on what I'm doing with the building, and instead of just being an isometric. I want to build an isometric. I'm fine with that, like just keeping it that way. But I would really like to be able to, like, you know, turn on the screen where I can actually fly anywhere into it and see what it's kind of looking like, and be able to take better photos and stuff for my thumbnails. So, you know. And then, of course, I decided I was going to try to put some pillars and stuff around here. Again, just more detail work, just kind of making everything kind of work together and just kind of be kind of nice. I put some foliage out there. I also put a couple of exterior walls out there again, and I really wish those could be brick. again, I had to use clapboards on the sides to kind of extend the entrance out a little bit there to kind of make these wall-looking things. But I really wanted them to be brick instead, and I couldn't do that because the brick can only go on the edges of the grid, and that's it. So again, I would love to have some actual brick pieces. So, Shy Guy, if you're watching this, can we get some brick pieces, or maybe can you do a tutorial on how to create these things? That would be fantastic. And yeah, so I know there's a couple of other mods out there. There was one that I used to use that I got rid of it because it was messing with me really bad. And I talked about this in the first episode of this Parkitect series, where I had too many mods installed, and then I went back to try to play it and I just had no clue what I was doing. So that's why I'm slowly installing them. But none of the mods actually seem to work other than the scenery pieces. I don't know why that is, but I think after the last patch some things got broken. Such as the peep camera, the perspective view, like the flying camera perspective view, that doesn't work anymore. And then there was one that would let you put things anywhere, basically, like scenery pieces. You could move those around as well. I used it a lot, but that was the one that kind of messed with me. So. And then to finish some things off here, I placed some flowers and stuff around there. I had to reinstall the game, but I was finally able to get the disable scenery collision mod to work. So now I can actually place flower beds, as you can see here, underneath the trees. And that actually turned out quite well. So I just need to paint the flowers and make the flowers all kind of pretty and nice right there in the front, and that will do it. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you're enjoying my new Parkitect series here. I'm actually enjoying myself playing this, again, and I think this one might actually continue into a full-size park and we may actually finish. But then it could turn into anything like my Roller Coaster Tycoon series, and I probably won't finish it at all. So, but I am going to try. I think I at least am going to get further than in my last video series with this, so that's kind of good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and head out of here. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Let me know your comments and leave your likes and subscribe and hit that bell if you haven't already. I'm going to head out of here wherever you guys are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thanks for watching. What's up, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and click on the bell to stay on top of all my new videos and live streaming events here on YouTube. I also want to give a huge shout out to all the names you see on the right for their support through donations, Patreon, and through Twitch subs. If you would like to join their ranks and you are able, you can do so by clicking on any of those links in the video description down below. No worries though, if you don't like giving away money like that, you can still support the channel by purchasing games or anything through Greenman Gaming, through Humble Bundle, or through Amazon by clicking on my links and making your purchase. A little bit of that goes towards me to support the channel. If you still can't get enough of me, you can always check me out live on twitch.tv and stay up to date with me on Twitter as well. Now that's going to be it, but I can't say thank you enough for all your support here on the channel. Wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you later.